JV Matters, Inside Shadow Ridge. Special episode week 1. The work has just begun. Building the next generation. Welcome to JV Matters. I'm Coach. This isn't just about football, it's about building young men. Every practice, every rep, every meeting is an opportunity to grow. Not only about athletes, but as leaders, teammates, and people. And today is a little bit different. We just completed our first week of preseason football here at Shadow Ridge High School. So today, we're going to go ahead and take a step back and talk about what that first week really means, what we learned, and why the work we did this week matters so much for the season ahead. Welcome to a special edition of JV Matters Inside Shadow Ridge. So even our moms were learning a little bit about football here at Shadow Ridge. Here at Shadow Ridge High School, we held a special event for the moms and the players on all three divisions, special or sponsored by our booster club, and I'll talk about that here in just a minute. But they were learning about the game of football. They learned about the uh, three aspects of the game. In other words, about the offense, the defense, and special teams. So when they come to watch a game and they watch their kids, their sons playing the game, they know what's going on. The room was packed, and the moms got a lot out of the presentations. They enjoyed every minute of it. Don't ever underestimate the power of a mom. Trust me, they had a great time. They laughed and they learned and introduced themselves with everybody there, so now they know all the other moms. And now, what's a good football team without an awesome booster club? This is an event that was sponsored by them. They did an amazing job, like they always do. So now let's get going and let's talk about week 1. It had just begun. Well, week 1 is in the books. The players have been out there. The coaches have been out there. They've been working. The equipment has been out. The weight room has been used. The field has plenty of sweat on it. It even has a little bit of bumps and bruises on it. Players have got some scrapes and bruises, some owies. They're banged up a little bit here and there. And that's to be expected. And now we've got our first week of preseason football behind us. But here's something I want every player to understand. Week 1 isn't about being finished. It's about getting started. And we've just begun. We have 3 weeks till our first game, August 28th. Nobody should walk away from the first week thinking they've got everything figured out. Football doesn't work that way. There's a lot to the game. You learn and you make mistakes. And you learn how to correct them. And then you come back the next day and you fix them. And you do it all over again. And you may make a different mistake, but you'll learn from it until eventually the mistakes are minimum. And that's football. You do what it takes to get better. Repetitions, repetitions, repetitions. It gets faster and faster and faster. The tempo gets faster. You don't slow down, you pick it up.
All right, so I am Coach, and I have
Lucas
Lucas
Parker.
Parker. All right, so Lucas, didn't we just finish what first week of preseason football?
Yes, sir.
How'd it go?
Pretty well. We just need to work on some things.
All right. So tell me a little bit about it. What did you like about first week? How did it go?
I think it went pretty good. We ran some of the plays pretty well, but some things we need to work on, like remembering the plays.
Okay. All right. What position do you play?
I play safety and bandit.
All right. Um, Tell me what did you learn this week? What did you like? What did you not like? I mean, I'm sure there's some things like oh my gosh, what did I do?
Things that I liked was about practice, how we like changed some of the coaching style and fix practice, make it like more structured, and how we learned how to fix the things we didn't know, the things we need to work at camp.
Okay. All righty. What didn't you like?
I didn't like how we mess up a lot and how to get like talking to it about it.
Okay. All right. Did you what was there things that probably could have done better then, or was there
Yes,
some
sir.
things that you probably kind of
I
could have
think
done
I could have
better?
done better at like reading the ball a little bit better.
Okay. All right. All right. Cool. 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 So today, or so going next week, what are you looking forward to next week? I mean,
Um,
next week's the what second week of
yes, sir.
preseason.
Yes,
What are you
sir.
looking for?
I'm looking forward to learning better and fixing the mistakes we missed up on.
Okay. All righty. Cool. 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 Who's your first game against? Do you know?
Civica, some Nevada
Civica.
team.
Okay. Where are they from?
Nevada.
Nevada. Okay. Is this your first time playing an out-of-state team?
Yes, sir.
All righty. Outstanding. You looking forward to that then?
Yes, sir. Can't wait.
All right. All right. Good deal. Good deal. What's let's see here. So, what's your favorite part about what? How long you been playing football then?
Around like 6 years.
6 years. Okay. Have you been in the backfield or in like a DB the whole time?
No, sir. I've been playing some D line.
D line too.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So, what convinced you to turn into a DB?
I'm too small in high school to play D line.
Okay. All righty then. Well, all right. Well, I appreciate your time
Yes,
and you
sir.
have a great season. All
You
right. We'll talk
too.
to you later.
It up. And this is what I kind of saw this week. One of the things I love about preseason is watching players begin to figure out who they are, why they're on this field, why they love this game so much. Some of the players walked onto the field confident. They were ready to play. They were ready to, man, they put that helmet on, they were ready to go. It's like, all right, coach, let's put the pads on and get going. Well, you got to go step by step. Some were nervous. Some are trying to figure out where they fit in. And some are learning what high school football is really about. Because remember, some of these players, or most of these players, just came up from JV. Came up from freshmen. They're all freshman players last year. Now the game's much faster. But that's okay. Because you don't have to figure out everything out in 1 week. We have time. We'll get it all figured out. All three levels will be ready to go on week 3. But you have to be willing to learn. And that's the standard. Be willing to learn. Because last year, these JV players, like I said, were freshman players. And this year, they're football players, or JV football players. At this level, you can be called up for Friday night. So they have to learn the fast tempo of this game. The first week reveals a lot about a player, especially at this level. The first week tells coaches a lot about the team, about the football team they're going to get going this season. Not necessarily who the best players are, but it's going to tell them this: who's willing to work, who listens, who responds to coaching, who helps his teammates, and who gets frustrated and quits. And then who gets frustrated and says, okay, coach, I got this. Let me fix it. And those are the players coaches notice, because talent can get your attention. Talent will get the coach's attention. But coaches also notice the player who argues with the coaches, trying to justify their reasoning for making the mistake. But attitude determines what happens next. How do you respond? Remember, we talked about this at the beginning of the year. Early, the weight room. The weight room now matters more than anything. because this is where Inside Shadow Ridge series really fits perfectly with what's going on. Athletes are back in the weight room. They're back in class. They are in what's called the athletic classes right now. The football athletic class is at every level. Each level. The freshman has their own class. The JV has their own class. And the varsity has their own class. Each level. Look at that weight room. Look at those racks, those benches, those plates. That's not just equipment, people. That's not what you're just lifting every day. That's an opportunity for you to get better. Every player who walks into that room has a choice. Do I do just enough? Or do I get better? What are you going to do when you walk into that weight room? Are you going to sit there and hide behind the racks? Or are you going to get better? That's your call. Coaches can't do it for you. And the answer isn't always about how much weight you put on that bar. Sometimes getting better means this: one more rep. Not hiding. One better technique. One more pound. One more day showing up. Don't ditch class. And that doesn't mean just the weightlifting class. That means all your teachers' classes, because that's how you get better. That's where you improve. That's how progress happens.
Alrighty then. Who do I have here?
You got Caden Diggs,
Caden Diggs. What position you play?
DB,
DB. So what are we? Corner or free safety? What?
corner.
Corner. All right. How long you been playing corner?
I've been playing corner for like about 2 years. Like I've been playing strong safety and linebacker. Like
Oh, you
like
played linebacker too?
Yes.
Outstanding. All right. Cool. 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 So let's see. How did your first week of preseason go?
It went pretty good.
It went
It went well.
okay. What did you like about it?
I like about like having helmets and pads because I'm ready to
Okay,
get
all
some
right, getting into the helmets and pads stuff. All right, okay. So next week, what we're gonna start? You're gonna
hitting.
start full pads and stuff. Start hitting and stuff a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you looking forward to that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all righty. What So this last week was the first week of preseason. What didn't you like about it, or was there anything you didn't like about it?
The shoulder pads. I'm getting Lucas pads soon.
Okay, so you're getting a different set of shoulder pads.
Mm.
All right. Okay, I got that. All right. What are you looking forward to next week?
Just perform better, getting ready to hit.
Okay, getting ready to hit. Is I think everybody's looking forward to starting to hit next week, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. What do you think of the heat here, there in Arizona here?
It's
for
hot.
Practice. It's
It's
hot.
hot. It's hot.
All right. You staying hydrated?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All righty. All righty then. Well, I wish you luck then. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. You have a good season then. Okay.
You too.
All right. Bye.
The team starts to come together right about now through preseason. The first week is also when players start to realize something important. Football isn't an individual sport. Your teammates depend on you. The guy beside you depends on you. Your coaches depend on you. And eventually, when the lights come on, the entire team depends on you. They depend on one another. That's why we talk so much about accountability. I've mentioned it before in the past, and you'll probably hear me say it again in the future. Accountability. If you miss your assignment, somebody else may have to pay for it. If you don't give effort, your teammate has to work harder. But when somebody else does their job, that's when somebody or something special starts to happen. The team starts to click like a well-oiled machine, like one unit. and all 11 players out there work together. It's perfection. Now, speaking of that, you aren't chasing perfection. That's not what we're doing out there. Here's something I want you all to understand about that. Going into week 2, don't try to become the finished product overnight. That's not what we're here for. Just get better. That's it. That's all you need to do. Just get better. One step at a time. If you were a 5 out of 10 on Monday, try to become a 6 next week. If you are struggling with something, work on it. If you made a mistake, learn from it. If you had a great week, don't be satisfied. Don't become satisfied with just that. Become hungry. Come back hungry. Because we're not building a football team in 1 week. We're building it one day at a time. We're building a franchise. We are building a culture that Shadow Ridge can be proud of. So here's my verse for the day. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Jalatians, paragraph 6, verse 9. That's a perfect verse for the end of week 1, because right now we're planting the seeds. We are working and we are building. The harvest will come later. So keep working. The question for the day is this. Players, what was the biggest lesson you learned during your first week of preseason? Was it conditioning? Learning the playbook? Listening to your coaches? Working with your teammates? Or maybe it was something else you learned about yourself. I want to hear about it, so leave your answers in the comments below. I'd appreciate it. So here's my challenge for each and every one of you out there. Don't repeat week 1, improve it. Improve on week 1. Take one thing you struggled with last week and take it this week forward and make it better. Maybe it was conditioning. Maybe it was a technique. Maybe it's knowing your assignment. Maybe it's your attitude. Maybe it's being a better teammate. Pick one. It may not even be on this list, but find out what you need to improve on and attack it. Don't worry about being the best player on the team. Worry about being better than you were last week. Worry about being the best you can be. Be the best you are. So here's a special salute that I want to put out there. And before we close today, my special salute for this episode is this. I want to take a moment to recognize something bigger than football. I know everybody's like, what's bigger than football? This actually is. Every time these young men step onto the field, they're participating in a game that's been part of American culture for generations. Football teaches teamwork, discipline, sacrifice, leadership, and responsibility. Those lessons go far beyond the scoreboard. So today, from all of us here at JV Matters, we want to salute the men and women who serve our country and protect the freedoms that will allow us to gather on the fields like this and play this game we all love. Thank you for your service. We appreciate it. So here's my final whistle. The first week is over, but the season has just begun. What happens next week matters. But what you do next matters even more. Don't worry about how far you have to go. Look at how far you've already come. Remember when we first started last January in sevens, when you first picked up the football, then get back to work. Because football doesn't build you in one great moment. It builds you through hundreds of ordinary moments when you decide, I'm going to keep working. That's where the players build. That's what you need to decide. I'm going to keep working. That's where the teammate is built. I'm going to keep working. And that's where the young man is built. So here in closing, thanks for joining me here on this special edition of JV Matters inside Shadow Ridge. Week 1 is complete, but the work continues. If you enjoyed today's episode, please like, subscribe, and share it with a player, coach, or parent who needs to hear this message. So here's for the parents. Support the process. Don't judge the player by one practice or one game. Development takes time. For the coaches, remember this, that you're not just preparing players for Friday night, you're helping prepare young men for the rest of their life. I'm Coach. God bless you, your family, and may God continue to bless the United States of America. And remember this, it's not about being great on one day or on day one. It's about getting better every day. I'll see you next Wednesday on the next episode of JV Matters, and you all have an outstanding day.